In Chinese medicine, a sense of faith is really based in strong kidney energy. So kidneys in Chinese medicine are kind of your root organs. They are the connection with your higher divine source, whether that's something you believe in as a single entity, or the universe as a whole, or just a deeper, bigger part of yourself, right? A higher part of yourself. So the kidneys in Chinese medicine hold the essential qi, what's known as Jing. And as we age, due to the aging process, that Jing slowly wanes. One thing, however, we can manage is the rate at which that Jing wanes. And that really determines your personal aging process. So you can actually slow down aging and maintain a sense of faith. Because if you think about, like in childhood, you believe in everything, endless possibilities. And as we grow, we kind of get jaded and start to have our doubts and become more skeptical. So going back to our kind of infancy, going back to the way that we were just kind of conceived and brought into the world at birth, that really is the essence of the kidney energy. That is really like your root, your core belief system that's implanted in you at birth. So when we keep the kidneys strong, keeping the kidneys strong means having perspective, right? You've lived your life, you know what's possible. And because you know that you're going to survive, and you have up until this point, you have to have faith that that will continue to happen as you move forward and things will unfold naturally and easily for you. That's connection to faith. Now, anxiety is the opposite of that. It's this fear of the unknown, like what's going to happen, and that's more about the heart. So the balance that we need to create is having the kidneys strong enough to cool the fire of the heart so that you have a stronger belief system. Because the essence of the heart, whereas the essence of the kidneys is like having that faith, the essence of the heart, beyond just love, is this idea of endless possibilities. So when the kidneys and the heart are connected, you can have this spark, this feeling that there is hope. You believe that you've come from something. You have this source energy, and you want to feel like you can express that through the heart out into the world. So that's your sense of hope. So today's practice, we're going to start to work a little bit deeper into the kidneys. It'll be a very short practice, but I'm just going to give you a few exercises to help you cultivate stronger kidney energy. Now, the main thing with getting your kidneys strong is to calm your nervous system. And that's why when you're going through turbulent times, it's actually more challenging to maintain that sense of faith, right? Your kidneys are being kind of drawn out a little bit more because your nervous system starts to get amped up as you're worried or concerned or move more into survival mode. So we want to transition out of a mode of survival into a mode where you can actually just thrive and be in the moment. So that also has to do with the lungs, right? Because as we breathe, we're able to be more present in the moment. So let's start with your feet hip width apart. And we're just going to start to shake a little bit. And just relax your jaw. Start with the feet so that I'm lifting and dropping my heels slightly with the toes turned out actually a little bit at first. And then I'm going to start to draw it up. So into my legs, into my arms. And you can breathe in and out. Maybe breathe out your mouth a little. Just shake everything out, and now start to shake a little more. So just moving any of that stagnant qi or energy. And then just jump. Let the shoulders be loose, arms relaxed. Kidneys are part of the water element. You can slow that down, which also connect to the bladder meridian, which runs up the back. The kidney energy is housed kind of in this lower region. In the Ming Men, we say, in the lower part, the lumbar spines. We're going to really work in that area as well. I want you to start just by grounding. So inhale and lift the arms. Exhale and flow the hands down. Inhale and feel the energy move up your spine as you raise the arms. And then feel it move down the front of your body as you lower the arms. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and then I want you to just bring your hands on your hips. We're just going to start warming up the body first. So begin with your neck just moving side to side. It's important to get the clavicle region open. It's important to open the lungs. Lungs have a really important relationship with the kidneys as well. We say that the kidneys grasp the lung qi. So that's what enables you to breathe more deeply. When the kidneys are not grasping this energy, that's where you have like shortness of breath and wheezing. Breathe. Good, and then go forward and back. So neck goes back as the shoulders come forward. Neck goes forward as the shoulders go back. Breathe. Good. And then rotating. And keep this area contained in the lower abdomen. I want you to bring your attention to that region, into the lower back. Keep your attention there throughout the practice. That'll help settle your mind, start to calm the nervous system. Reverse. And then relax. So the shoulders are major regions of the lung and large intestine meridians. That's the metal element. So lungs, remember, connect or have an important relationship to the kidneys. And remember, lung qi, if it's flowing smoothly, you're able to breathe deeply. That also gives you some perspective. So going back with the shoulders, and then forward with the shoulders. Try to have your circles be big in the shoulders and your arms really relax. So the arms just brush by the sides of the body. Kind of still pulling in the lower abdominal region. Good. And then let's alternate. So you're going to take one shoulder back at a time. And as you do this, I want you to slightly open your lips. So as you move more quickly, you can actually hear the lungs pumping. Forward. And then, of course, we want to get the liver and gallbladder channels open to free up any qi stagnation. That'll be done by just brushing the sides of the body. So as you stay grounded in your feet, soft in your knees, without moving your hips, just the arms, one at a time, travel up to each armpit. And as they go into the armpit is the area in which the heart meridian begins. So that's where it emerges and rises to the surface of the body. The first heart point is under the armpit. Where you're not blocking your heart, letting it be open. Good, and then the hips so that we can start to open up the lower back, right? So we go small circles first. And a lot of the movements that you do are repetitive, right? So if you watch other videos that I've taught, you'll see a lot of the movements repeat in each one. And the significant thing about this is, first of all, repetition helps the body become more conditioned, but also you notice that there are so many different functions. Let's take bigger circles now for each of these exercises, right? What we discuss is different, but the exercises often remain the same. So it's really the intention with which you practice that really matters. Good. And remember, if you're just exercising but not breathing deeply, you're really not getting the benefit. So make sure you're doing that deep ujjayi breath. Let's do 2 more. Good, and then small circles in the reverse direction. Breathe. Hear your breath. Soften your face, smile a little, keep it light. Heart is all about joy. The kidneys are really about courage too, about having the willpower to live out your purpose. And then take bigger circles. The stronger your kidneys, the more you can have that sense of faith, that connection to something higher than you or to your higher self. And it's important to release any stagnation in the lower back because this is often where that kidney energy gets trapped. It needs to move up the spine so that you can live out your purpose, so that you can express your desires through the heart. One more. Very good. And now we're going to go into the knees, which are actually an extension of the kidneys. So place your hands, just cup your hands over the knees and just start to pull in with circles. And my ankles are going to be really relaxed, so you'll see my feet just kind of not stay so grounded, so the ankles can also be involved in this movement. Very nice. Keep breathing and reverse directions. Breathe. Good, and then slowly roll up. Now, since we talked about the knees as an extension of the kidneys, let's do one more for the knees. Bring your feet together, knees together, touching. And we're going to go 9 circles in either direction. Good. And then reverse, but remember that your back is flat, so you're not arching, you're not rounding, you're just in a neutral position as you do the movement. Shoulders are relaxed. And 3 more. Good, and then straighten your legs. Now we're getting more into the bladder meridian, which is the paired organ with the kidneys. So you're activating the water energy by stretching through the hamstrings and the calves. Now watch your back. Keep it straight. If this really hurts your lower back, bend your knees slightly. Keep the abdomen pulled in, but stretch as much as you can in here. So when the bladder meridian is overactive, that's when your nervous system can't really calm down. You feel like you're always having to be on the go. So by stretching and working this area will help it to release so that you can be a little bit calmer. Let's take one more long breath. And then exhale as you bend your knees. I want you to roll your spine up. Very good. Take your feet about hip width apart. Take a breath there. Let's ground it out. Inhale and lift the arms. Exhale, wash it down. So we're always bringing the energy back down into the lower body. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to work into the calves a little bit. So the bladder meridian also runs into the calves. And sometimes when there's a lot of stuck energy, so just lift and drop your heels as high as you can. When there's a lot of stuckness along the bladder meridian, we'll feel stuck in our lives. We keep going, but we don't really know what our destination is. It's like this fight or flight mode, right? You're running away from something. You know that there's something dangerous or think that there is, so you just keep running. And by relaxing the bladder sinew meridian, we start to tell the body it's okay to calm down. It's okay to stop. Breathe. So here we're using the bladder to activate water, to activate that sense of cooling, calming. And the next time you go up, I want you to stay up. Go nice and slow. Get your heels as high up as possible. Your feet will just be about hip width apart, not quite shoulder width apart. And then you breathe. Contain the energy here and in your lower back. Lift a little higher, and then go down really, really, really slowly with the heels. We're going to do that one more time. Relax, shake it out. So you can do really simple, subtle exercises and have a huge shift, right? And lift, breathe. Remember the lungs. Keep them open so the kidneys can grasp that energy. Keep your heart open and expansive. Endless possibilities. Even when things are unpredictable, that's kind of the beauty of unpredictability, right? Uncertainty means anything is possible. Breathe. So if you keep one hand at the lower back, one hand at the abdomen, it might help you not only to balance, but also to make sure that you keep your energy here in the lower body. Let's go a little higher, one more breath. And then slow release down. Good, and then shake that out. And then we're actually going to massage just to move some of that energy that may have gotten stuck through the calves, through the tops of the feet, bottoms of the feet. So your soles of your feet are really closely connected to the kidneys, especially the point kidney 1, which is in the ball of the foot, kind of in between the second and third toe, or underneath the ball of your foot. So massage that all out and then just tap. So you can make loose fists, move the energy down the sides of your legs, and then gently up the inner. Breathe. One more. Okay, now we're going to go down the backs. So we'll start to pump the kidneys. So now you're using the backs of your wrists, the backs of your fists. And you'll go down into the glutes, hamstrings, and then up the fronts of your body, just brush. Make sure you're breathing. Let's do one more. You can even do the tapping coming up. Shake that all out. Breathe. So now what we want to do, that now the body's warm, is start to store some of the energy into the kidneys. So one very simple yoga posture, chair pose, is a good way to just kind of ground that energy down into the lower navel, into the lower spine. If you do too much arching of the back, what you're actually doing is you're stimulating the bladder meridian. That's going to send a signal to your brain that you need to be really active. Because we're trying to settle the nervous system down, you want to do it so that your lower back is more flat. So you're tucking your tailbone, pulling the abdomen in, and learning to contain the energy into the lower back. So now with your feet shoulder width apart and parallel, and you want to check the outer edges of your feet. That's how you know that your feet are parallel. You're going to pump a few times. So you're just going to go up, down. And you want to make sure that the whole time you can see your toes, because if you go beyond the toes, that means that you are putting too much impact on the knees. And remember, the knees are an extension of the kidneys. It's very important to keep take really good care of the kidneys. They're very delicate joints. They get weaker as we get older, especially if we don't take care of them. And you're just going to go up and down. As I go down, it's almost like I'm just about to sit in a chair, and then I come up. Down and up. Keep the lower back flat. The abdomen, it's really important to keep pulled in. And the most essential part is that you're breathing. Deep Ujjayi breath. You can even breathe in and then breathe out through your lips. So that's the healing sound for the kidneys. But it's really not a sound, it's just an expression. So what you can do is come down and then up. Inhaling. Exhaling, come down, inhaling up. Exhaling. Inhaling. And of course, as you probably already predicted, we're going to hold exhaling. Now close the lips. start to do ujjayi breath. And if you can either place the hands at your heart center, or for those of you who can, lift your arms up, extend the energy, lifting and opening the heart, opening the lungs, so both those meridians run through the arms. Navel is really contained. Back is flat. I can still see my toes when I look down, and I'm pushing weight kind of back into the heels, so I'm not clasping the floor with my toes. Relax your shoulders. Deepen your breaths. Feel the energy gather in the lower abdominal region, in the lower back, settling it all down. And then what we're going to do is inhale and open the chest. Exhale, put the head down, extend the arms. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe really deeply. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Sit a little deeper, and then press into your heels to slowly, slowly, slowly come up. And then exhale down. And we're going to ground it all out. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, wash it down. Inhale. Exhale. Hear your breath 1 more time. And then the last thing we're going to do is the ears are an extension of your kidneys as well, just like the knees. So in order to hear properly the messages, the divine language, whatever it is that you're trying to open up inside of yourself, your hearing has to be open. So you can pull all parts of your ear, both sides. So stimulating these orifices is really important. We talked in another class about how to shift your perspective, which is about opening the sensory portals, the sensory orifices. The ears are one of those orifices. And then do both sides. And massage, now take kind of a peace sign. Massage both sides of your ear. You can do that with both hands. And then massage the back of your head, just kind of into the scalp, stimulating your brain, which is also related to the kidneys. A lot of bladder meridian points are also in the head. Remember, bladder and kidneys are both part of the water element. And then cover your one ear. It'll be easier to hear me if I explain it with one at a time. You're going to cover and press. Take a deep breath. And then slowly release. And then do the other side. Cover, press, so you're suctioning the ear. Inhale. Slowly release, exhale. Let's do 2 more times on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one on each side. Slowly breathe out. Release. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And just shake it all out slowly, gently. Let's do 3 more to ground out for the last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Deep breathing, exhale. And then 1 more. Inhale. Energy rushes up the back. Exhale, it flows down like water through the front of the body. And then you can place your arms out to the sides for a moment, bend your knees. So any standing posture with the tailbone tucked slightly, also helps to build your kidney energy. Now, too much standing, of course, actually weakens the kidneys. But standing for a short length of time, like in a meditation, helps to nourish the kidney qi, build the kidney energy. So focus on the lower back, the lower abdomen, relax your arms. Soft in your knees, relaxed in your toes. Breathe. Grounding into the feet, especially into the area of kidney 1, into the ball of the foot or under the ball of the foot. Good. And then one hand over the other, over the lower abdomen. Now just intentionally bringing the qi that you cultivated in your practice into this lower region, to store it there, to nourish the energy of your kidneys. To be in the moment when there is always a sense of hope, always possibility, and where you can restore your sense of faith. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making this possible. Thank you for helping me build a sense of community, even during the most turbulent times. I want to know in the comments what, if you didn't already write, what faith feels like. Now maybe you have a different perspective. What is the experience of faith for you personally? I look forward to connecting with you there. See you soon.